Hi, it's Trixie Mattel, and welcome back to the Pit Stop. And today we are recapping episode 6 of Canada's Drag Race. Now, our guest today needs no introduction, America, but she is reclaiming her time. Welcome from down the street from my house in Hollywood, Monique Heart. Woo! I don't think people know this. We really are neighbors. If I got murdered and screamed loud, you probably hear it.
I would. I really would.
How has quarantine been? How are you?
Quarantine has been good. The first, I would say, 5 months, I was alone. And I didn't mind it. It was really okay. And then I moved out of my apartment and I am staying with a friend until I move into my next apartment. But this has been like the right individual to stay with. Like, we're on the same schedule. He's not annoying because, I really don't like people. And so that's why, quarantine was fine because I'm like, bitch, if I got food and cable or at least internet, bitch, I'm good.
We're watching Canada's Drag Race. As somebody who's competed several times, is this triggering? How are you enjoying viewing it?
It's just hard to watch Drag Race in general. Like, it's slightly PTSD, especially when you hear the critiques or you watch them and you're like, you understand why the judges say what they say.
Yeah.
Like, you really are a superstar, so everything needs to be elevated. And if it's a fierce competition, then they're gonna get real nitpicky and you're like, bitch, what are you talking about? This is nothing. So for all of those reasons, it's like, oh my God, it gives me anxiety.
Yeah, totally.
Because then it also brings up all the you wish you could go back and like redo or...
But that's why I think, Monique, that's why I think people like you and I are really good, because when we critique the girls, it's because we've been there.
Boom.
Like, an average fan who doesn't own a wig is just watching in awe. But when we watch it and give critiques, it's because we would actually, we've done it. So
that part.
And that's why we're always right.
Boom! Very factual!
Very factual. Oh, at the start of the episode, Kiara was just sent home, and now we're at the point in the competition where the girls are starting to size up who has a win, who doesn't. Do you think it matters if you haven't won a challenge by midpoint?
I'm gonna say yes, yes, yes. Now, I understand this is the first season of Drag Race Canada, but technically this would be season 13 because season 13 of Drag Race hasn't come out. So we've watched the show, you know what it is. So I'm gonna say if you have not had a win under your belt, well, wait. I was about to say Sasha Velour, but that's not true.
Well, there was another very talented person who didn't win a challenge until halfway through All Stars. I can't remember who it is.
Wait, is she Bendela? No. Wait,
I
it was a white
hate you.
girl, right?
I hate you. It was me.
It was a white girl, right? Oh yeah.
But to speak to your point, I didn't win a challenge until over halfway through. So it is hard, I think, at halfway, because they're all saying these are the winners, these are the losers. But bitch, don't even be mad, because if you haven't won yet, it kind of is your fault. So
if you want, and I think you are a true testament to that, if you want to be a successful drag queen that transcends what we just do in a bar, you have to be fully versatile. And we look at our mom, Miss RuPaul. She has been able to dominate any sector of whatever, you know what I mean? You very the same way. You're not just like a drag queen who can host a show. You are one who has done comedy specials. So I'm gonna say sometimes you just need to push yourself and get out of your head and go, no, I got this. And really do it, or you will go home.
Well, with that, Boa just got her warning from the judges being like, you have to bring it. What kind of pressure do you think that is? I mean, do you think that's going to help her? If the judges say bring it, does it make it better or worse?
I'm going to say being there twice, it's so hard because I'm going to say Michelle. Michelle be like, bring it, and she's like, I don't like this costume. Don't bring this silhouette back. And you like, bitch, I brought 36 of this same silhouette. Like, this is what it is. I feel like they told her, we want to see you really, really turn it and really, really be a star without a gimmick. It's kind of weird because you're like, this is who I am. But the reality is who you are is great, but we are asking for more and you need to deliver or you will what?
Peace out. I know it's only episode 6 and it's we're already at the point where I feel like as a viewer, I actually like everyone left.
Yes.
All right, so Jeffrey enters the workroom and lets the girls know that today's mini challenge is like a psychic reading challenge featuring Crystal from Drag Race UK. And Jeffrey takes my breath away every time he enters the room. I mean, and you know what the kicker is? You know him. He's not only so hot, he's so nice.
Very that. However, some of his fashion choices have been very questionable, just saying.
I look at the judges' runways every week too, and I like that he's been wearing some of the cosmeceuticals. I like that.
His runways are fine, but that walk around the runway, walk around the workroom, it's an expression, all right.
It's an expression. Oh my God, please God, let me never pull a look where Monique says, it's an expression. Listen, Jeffrey, if you're watching this, just know that Monique and I would love to take you out on a nice little date after all this.
Tell Jeffrey we want him to do a lip sync performance of Genuine's Pony.
So the mini challenge, as Jeffrey explains, is going to be sort of like a psychic reading. What would you have done in this challenge? You know, this quick drag challenges are so disorienting. They snap your fingers and suddenly you're in a mini challenge. What would you have done?
Literally, I'm going to be very honest. A psychic thing, like my first thing I would have thought of would have been like a Miss Cleo, no shade. Like, you know what I mean? That would have been my first one.
Well, she's an icon. I'm not going to lie. I know that people have mixed feelings about Lemon. I loved Lemon's. It was kind of like a prissy girl being like, I knew that phone was going to ring.
To me, she had the best one. Now, I'm not going to lie. Jimbo really did kind of give me theatrics for sure. But the way that Lemon was like, I knew you were going to call. It was so improv, like, yes, and. Like, that's how Priyanka should have handled the question.
Yes, because she made it like, I'm obviously not a real psychic and I'm gonna be really about it.
Right. It's either naturally given or it's a talent that you develop. Like Lemon being in the New York queen scene, I'm gonna say that that's a comedy. Like you have to be on it if you're gonna be a working girl in New York, which is why she killed it in Snatch Game, and which is why she killed it in this psychic improv. Like you just have to be able to take it bait. Priyanka was bad again.
I know. Priyanka, listen, Priyanka, we love you. We celebrate your strength.
We really
girl.
do.
The psychic world, it's not for you, sis.
Not at all, girl.
Lemon wins the mini challenge. Congrats, Lemon. You better work, Lemon. Monique, I'm thrilled you're here today because you are the only director. And this week in the Maxi Challenge, the girls are writing, directing, and starring in their own law firm commercials. So, having done challenges like this, what is the key to making your commercial stand out?
Girl, when they were going through it, it was so traumatic because I was remembering my challenge where I was team captain.
Girl,
cringy.
On season 7, I went home on a commercial challenge where I was the group leader and it was a green screen and we had 30 minutes and I went home. I mean, it's not easy. As the mini challenge winner, Lemon gets to assign the groups and Lemon decides that Scarlett is in a group with Ilona and Scarlett is not thrilled. Is that shade? Because I loved when Scarlett said, it seemed like you tried to get the girls, and Lemon goes, you only think that because you don't think the person in your group is talented. Like, that was a gag. If you think you were paired up shady, it's because you don't think the person you're with is gonna do good. And no one on Drag Race, I don't think has ever said that. I loved that. Not to be too preachy, but like, whatever group you get assigned, whatever your feelings are, it's only in your best interest, just drop them and make it work.
That part.
All right, who from All Stars 4 would you have wanted to do this challenge with? Your little commercial.
Commercial, I work best with Monet. I would say after being at All Stars, I saw how much of an actor and a nut Valentina was. So I would say, she's like, when she did that justice jury thing with
Trinity.
Trinity.
She was amazing.
Like Valentina takes the longest time to get ready, right? Because her process is a part of the fantasy, right? She was done in like 20 minutes and just walked around the workroom like in character, like was answering questions as if she was that person. From the time her makeup was done to the time we got done with the challenge, that bitch was clocked in.
You know who else does that? Bendela Creme does that. I remember before The Bachelor, which was all improv, Bendela got ready really fast and then she sat in the mirror and looked at herself and talked to herself in that voice for like an hour before she went on. And I remember being like, oh, that's how she like warms up. She like gets in character so that when she goes on, it's not turning it on, it's like there. All right, so this episode brings up a very important conversation that I don't think we've ever had on Drag Race, which is bachelorettes at gay bars and drag shows. For example, Rita shares how she got a finger in her anus, which honestly, I don't want to say I'm a veteran drag queen. That didn't even shock me. Have you ever been harassed by the bachelorettes?
Yeah, I mean, predominantly, and I'm gonna say bachelorettes across the board, right? Usually a mess. But predominantly, the wealthier they are with that Caucasian skin, girl, they just do whatever the they want.
Whatever they want.
I really enjoyed the way that they called it out. I said, yes, this is a way to use art and taking an issue that is like really, really jacked up, that you come and you dominate our space when it's supposed to be a space welcome for everyone. I thought it was genius. I was like, oh, it was so powerful.
This is also a PSA to everybody who watches Canada's Drag Race. Is like, when I peek out from behind that curtain and I see a bachelorette table, I'm already mentally preparing myself for what that could be. Are you gonna grab me? Are you gonna get on the stage? Or how blackout drunk are you gonna get? Are you gonna not tip? Are you gonna touch my boobs? Are you gonna say, do you do your own makeup?
Do your own makeup. Can
Girl,
you put me in makeup?
Can you put me in drag? Oh my God. I mean, it's a thing, and I can't believe in so many seasons, this is the first time it's been talked about. So let's talk about the queens in the challenge. I loved the Bachelorette commercial, because if there is one type of insurance and legal help we need in the drag industry, it's bachelorettes. I need a lawsuit, I need protection, I need a restraining order, I need all of it.
I hate when they hug you and then they like slightly take your wig, like they pull it back.
They hug and they pull the wig,
Oh my gosh, girl.
Also, it's always the girls, let's just say it, the white girls, they grab the hair. They grab the hair. They grab the hair. Don't touch it.
I love that you look down because you are so much taller than them. You're like, don't touch it.
I think my least favorite commercial, I wasn't that into the sissy commercial. I'm not even sure what they're selling or doing.
It was, to me, it felt like a bad Club 96.
A worse Club 96. I mean, Club 96 was fun because it was so bad.
Yeah.
But this was like, just kind of, it felt like a weird inside joke that was not that funny.
Their judges are nice to them. They're like, oh, fix your hair, do this, do that.
No
Michelle
kidding.
Visage would have looked at your ass like, oh well.
Michelle would have literally said, oh well.
Yeah.
Stacey was giving them a cup of tea. She's like, how are you feeling today, honey? You know.
Just affirmations and whatnot.
And do you know how funny you have to be for the judges to visibly laugh? Yeah, I was feeling for them. And even the girls who went into it very organized were finding that 30 minutes, it just slips away so fast.
It slips so fast. Also, none of the laugh tracks, none of that extraness that when you're there. So when you tell a joke and it lands, even though it's funny, you're like, because there's nothing from the judge.
Well, by the way, everybody behind the camera, their job is to be quiet no matter what.
That part.
No matter how funny you are. Everyone's job is to stifle it, which is like, if you're a live performer, it's almost creepy to hear nothing respond. It's like.
And then you got some cameraman like cute Sarge, girl, just all up in your face.
Girl, there'll be some of the cameramen at Drag Race who will laugh, and when something's funny, they'll have the camera and they'll turn away because they're trying not to laugh, which is fun. But I think the key is, especially in these group challenges, you have to make your whole group good, because it's kind of that comedy acting thing where you react to each other to make each other look good, and then you make yourselves look good. I mean, It's kind of cheeseball, but. So we get to the runway, and the category is Canadian tuxedo, denim on denim on denim. Do you like a denim moment, Miss Monique Heart?
This triggered me, okay? This is the birth of Brown Cow Stunning, okay?
Oh, that's right.
This is what happened. I remember not Stacey Lane Matthews. Who was the girl with, I'm from Chicago, bitch. Who was her?
Oh, Mystique Summers Madison.
Mystique Summers Madison, right? I remember when she did her cowgirl, and it was tragic, bitch. And then I think there was another season where they had to do something country, And so I was like, okay, bitch, if you're gonna do it good. And I was like, well, I don't want to give traditional, cow. I said, well, bitch, I'm black and I'm brown. I said, well, bitch, let's do a brown cow. And I saw that pattern. My friend was like, this is brown cow. I was like, bitch, brown cow. Went to the store, got some denim, rhinestoned it, made this whole little collar moment, bitch.
But aren't you happy you did? It turned into this whole thing.
Who knew?
And girl, I will say, I'm with you on your season. Until they said, girl, that's giraffe, I didn't clock what it was. So first up for the runways, we have Scarlet Bobo. What did you think?
It was really, really cute. To me, it didn't look like denim necessarily. It looked like the underbelly side of like scuba equipment.
Well, are you mad if the denim runway doesn't look like denim? Because you remember what happened to poor Mayhem Miller with that amazing pink denim?
I was right there next to her and I was just like, that is not denim.
It was denim, it just wasn't.
But it was, it just didn't look like denim.
I know. So, I mean, none of these girls did that, but I love this Scarlet Bobo look. I like that everything's kind of like Hedwig punk rock meets like birthday clown.
It was cute. I just didn't think it looked like denim.
Next up, this is Alona. What do you think?
Do you remember when Monet Exchange did her Denim and Diamonds and it was too high in the coochie?
Yes.
It should have been a lot more thigh. Yeah, the cut of it just did not really give it to me. It was just too much. Once again, not body shaming. The shape was not there.
And girl, the no hips, no corset, no boobs, and then a flat wig.
Yeah.
Mary, we are doing drag.
You are on a television show. This is show business. You need to conduct the way it would be in business.
Yeah, and also you're gonna turn around and reveal that little flat ass with no makeup on it? Mama. I think Alona has had some of the best runways of the season, which is why this is so disappointing.
That poodle look?
That blue poodle.
Hands down.
I love Alona, and that's why this look was disappointing. Like, I feel bad because this boa look was very ambitious, but it definitely looked a little handmade.
To me, it looked like two separate pieces. The wings are cute. It's the bodysuit that just does not register, and the breastplate and the...
If the bodysuit had the same texture so that they kind of matched her same colors. But I mean, her face, hair, and tits look great.
I really didn't live for the hair.
You didn't?
I didn't. You know why? Because I feel like it's her same hair. You know what I mean? In everything. I think it would have been cute to see just big hair, but just a different style of it.
Well, I mean, it's a bummer because I love boa, and this look was almost there. It just wasn't quite there. It was very ambitious. I mean, she had to pack those in a suitcase to get them there.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, girl, this look.
Darling!
That's how you show up in the denim and you go, I just won. Like, it's amazing.
Tens across the board.
Jimbo is constantly surprising us.
I think like outside of that weird queen princess dress, like she really, really is turning it. The only thing I would have wanted was a longer red pony.
Okay, I could see that. Maybe like almost down to the butt.
Yes.
Like a horsetail. Yeah, I mean, this look was amazing though. The patchwork. What do we think of Miss Rita Baga? I lived. The like 5-way reveal.
Okay, here you go. One, it looked like neoprene. It did not look like denim. Getting down to a bra and a leotard type of like panning.
You don't live.
No, just the fact that you just took all of this off, it just didn't do anything.
This had enough reveals to it that I kept going, and that's what I liked about it. Even if the end wasn't that big of a payoff, I just liked that it changed every few steps. I really liked it. It's not a winning look. I can't believe Jimbo didn't win over this look.
Very bad.
Because this look wasn't as strong, but I mean, she did a good job. Oh, Priyanka.
Take it back.
Girl, take it back to the store, get them to give you store credit, close the account, leave them all.
She could have taken the scrunch texture puffiness off of her sleeve and added it to the chat.
Yeah, it just, and then that basic white swim, like.
The hair, I did like the pop of color, but I just felt like it was just like a wig that you just put on.
All her wigs are just wigs you just put on.
Yeah.
And she just puts them on. She's lucky she had a good performance in the challenge because this was not a winning look.
I really feel like the judges need to tell her too. She's another one that needs to watch it. Like, I could totally see her being chopped.
Ooh, Lemon. Listen, Lemon, I love you.
Love you.
We all love you.
Love you.
But if you come out here in this no titty, no corset, no pads, flat wig ever again.
That part.
You just deserve better. You're doing well in these challenges. I want you to elevate your presentation.
She looks like she has a hint or a clue of where it should go.
And just the proportions, like besides the body shape, it was baggy in the wrong places.
But I will say, I give her kudos for being in a yellow synthetic wig, and that bitch looked human because she had the middle part. It was tweezed and looked real good.
It was
real
good. Okay, there's been some online chatter about the judges' critiques this season. What is your take on the severity of the judges' comments?
I really feel that people are really hating on Mr. Jeffries specifically. And I find it to be subconsciously, it's just internal anti-Blackness or internal hatred against just melanin or Black people. So I feel for Jeffrey to be a Black man in power where he could essentially like affect where their favorites end up, I believe is the issue. Because they go, oh, like he just started wearing makeup and now he has so much to say. Well, that's what y'all do to us. You know what I mean? Like these kids or these fans start watching Drag Race and now they have so much to say.
Judges are just people and their opinions are just opinions. All right, so it's that time of the season and they have to ask the girls who should go home and why. Monique, what do you think of this question? Do you like when they ask this? Because I love it.
I hate when RuPaul asks the damn questions. I'm like, the reality is, bitch, you know who should go home. You know she's trash. Kick her out.
I hate having to do it. But as a viewer, I love it.
I'm just saying that was my PTSD having to go through it.
But it's fierce watching it.
Yes, it is. Because you're really like, who is the girl that's going to stand 10 toes down and go, it is what it is.
Thank you. I respect the person who goes, I had to say someone. I thought yours was the worst. That's it. So the girls have some comments about Lemon. Do you think they have some kind of beef with her? I mean, you think they're jealous?
I'm going to say Miss Lemon's pussy must pop severely and they must be nervous.
That's what I'm saying because I'm sorry. You're a drag queen and you love yourself. Yeah, we all do. We all do. Also, do you want to go see a show with a drag queen who doesn't think she's the prettiest, funniest, coolest thing? I don't.
That part.
Watch dragqueensbelieveinthemselves.com and don't be threatened. We find out the winner this week is Rita Baga. Do you agree? Did you think Jimbo thought she was gonna win? Because I think Jimbo thought she was gonna win. Because I think Jimbo did a little better job.
I'm gonna give it to you. When they called Rita's name, I was gagged.
You could see Jimbo's eyes poke through that denim.
Because here you go. Remember, like being there, like it really comes down to how you do in the challenge, right? And then if you did good or okay, then it comes down to your runway. I personally feel Jimbo had a stronger runway. So I don't understand like why that wasn't enough to push him over the finish line more than Baga.
I mean, I'm with you. I think it was just like, that seemed a little better to me. All right, so in the bottom two, we have Ilona and Boa. Do you agree?
Yeah.
I think so too.
You know, there are some lip syncs that you go, oh, so-and-so's in the bottom. We already know who's going home. Iona, like she destroyed that song last week or 2 weeks ago. She peed in this one. Like there is just stage presence and
she like lip synced like it was real. Like
it was real.
And some people really have that talent with lip syncing. Some people can perform it like it's really happening and they make you believe it.
Because Boa was just like,
yeah, I mean Boa was serving, but I mean Ilona was really like in it. And she made me believe it. And she almost, not to be corny, she also really channeled the emotion of the song like big.
I agree. I got frustrated when Boa was like looking at her and performing to her. That annoys me when girls do that. Annoys me.
You don't like when they look from the judges and sing to each other?
Oh, I hate that. I hate it.
I love the idea of you sitting at home watching Drag Race going, don't look at her.
Don't look at her, yes.
All right, well, they lip synced to Scars to You're Beautiful by Alicia Cara, and I think obviously Ilona pulls ahead pretty early in the lip sync. And Boa never really catches up.
You knew she was winning when she started like lip syncing the song. You go, oh, she's singing it. Like, she's not performing it, she's singing it.
She's literally singing it. Monique, you are so stunning. You are the heart of Drag Race, and you're one of my favorite Drag Race girls. Thank you so much for joining me here today.
Thank you.
And thank you for watching The Pit Stop. We're gonna keep recapping Canada's Drag Race right here on the RuPaul's Drag Race YouTube channel. Next week is episode 7, and I will see you there. Goodbye.
Do you want everything RuPaul's Drag Race at your fingertips? Then head over to YouTube now and subscribe to the RuPaul's Drag Race channel, and you will get all the episodes of everything you ever want, including brand new episodes of What You Packin'. Hi.